BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top traders. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get a free $100 when you deposit $100. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Friday, so last day of the trading week. Let's have a look at gold to begin with, then we'll move along onto crypto, which to be fair it's not as bad as you might think. Right, so gold trying to poke its head out of this giant descending triangle. It's sort of symmetrical, it's more descending, and we're close to an apex if you judge the 200 exponential as the floor on this one, which means that getting so close to the apex might result in a fake out. So I'll be looking for a move probably today, to which I've already got a position in on this one, just for a small scalp, taking us up to the top of the range, Bollinger Band range here. So we're talking 1945 tops, and see if that gets faked out in the form of dollar strength with the Dixie. It probably will be a fake out for gold and stocks and Bitcoin. But gold specifically, as we are above the 105.3. So we're looking now to build a base above this level, which means that, to be honest, we still have to start thinking about the next major zone, which means I'm going to have to put in another trend line that's going to come in roughly around here. So we're talking 107.8-ish area. So supports around here, a breakdown and a retest. So that would be the next major level for the Dixie there. So, but we'll see. It's still early days. It's still early days. Doesn't necessarily have to go straight up there. There is a golden cross, which a lot of the time does get retested. We've got a double golden cross on it now, simples and exponentials. This is the first golden cross that we've had since the big breakdown, since, I guess, the top. That's right. So, as far as the trend is concerned now for the Dixie, she's an uptrend. Confirmation. Looking for a retest and continuation. Oh God, what does that mean? What does that mean? Right, so for oil is coming back up into the 90s, support on the 10 exponential here on the daily. Probably looking to retest that 93, maybe a little higher, a little lower, but that would be a position for a short, believe it or not. In the short term, again, it's a bullish chart, but that would be a decent short, I believe, that could take us all the way back down to the lower 80s, but don't get too bearish on this, because this again is a double golden cross with a continuation of a trend. No bearish divergence, nothing but pushing a resistance, which you'd likely get a pullback on, and I'll be looking to take that position as well. Alright, S&P. So S&P finally moving its way further and further down towards that 200 exponential and a simple. So we're looking to retest over the next week or so the 4,260, 4,200 flat kind of area. So a lot of downside in the short term, but not too much further downside long term. So if we think about that in terms of what Bitcoin might be looking at, and again, Bitcoin and altcoins, they're not created equal. Still got my position on RNDR, which is, in all fairness, is even up to date. It's doing pretty well since we pulled the trigger on this one. So it's not all bad for everybody. Some things are able to move. This one up 16% since that entry point. And again, it's not the greatest trade we've ever seen in the world, but considering a lot of things are just down or red or static, you're not going to sniff at a 16% move, really. It's not a profit is profit. That's what trading's about. So it's not all bad. Bitcoin's still hanging around on this daily 21 exponential, which is effectively a middle ground, really. So if you're going to see a bounce, and a decent bounce at that, it should be around this 26,005, maybe as low as 26,250. We were talking about the V-shaped recovery. If it were to take place, it should have really started to happen around the 26,007. Which is more or less this incoming golden cross on exponentials. So if that doesn't happen, look what we've got down here. The actual golden cross retest on a 200 simple moving average, which is down at 26,250 or 240. And remember that number? That's also the Bollinger Band center down here, 26,250. So a major area exists around this level here. Yoink! That is a big deal, that one. And that would be a place to give it a shot from. And again, it wouldn't take long to know if you're wrong. Took the position yesterday on that, potential incoming golden cross. Stopped out. No big deal. Next line in the sand, back down here. Same strategy applies. Take the position If it doesn't take long to know if you're wrong, get stopped out. If it continues going down, no big deal. But if she bounces, it could form that really decent V-shaped recovery that we're talking about, but this time not just on a 4-hourly incoming golden cross, but a confirmed golden cross on simple moving averages on the 4-hourly, also highlighted here by a very, very strong and significant line in the sand, being your 20 daily, sorry. So, good stuff, not all that bad, but outside of that, on the weekly, there's nothing further to see. If we do lose this area and continue to go down, and we lose this area, there's no point in trying to take any further positions until we reach, dip down into the 24,000s, the upper 24,000s. But again, it's not the worst thing you've ever seen in the world. It's actually okay. I'm not particularly bothered about the long-term continuation of this consolidation. I'll be looking for this to turn around sooner rather than later. The bullish divergence currently hasn't fizzled out as far as I can see, and if we do get a retest down at these lower levels, or even move up from here, that would be a higher low, and we'll be looking for a higher high, and all those areas that I've been talking about, the 2750, the 2850, up to the 30,000, all absolutely on the cards. And as far as this chart is concerned right now, even though we're still teasing with the idea of coming down a bit more, those higher term targets are more likely than significant lower targets, especially coming down to new lows and new local lows. So I don't really see any of that on the cards, even with the Dixie breaking out and S&P and stocks wanted to come down further and all of that. It doesn't really. I'm not fussed. Let's put it like that. It's just opportunity. The lower we go, looking for that bounce and V-shaped recovery. And like I say, it's not the end of the world across the board anyway, because some of these things that have been buying into, obviously Atom and RNDR, they're up. They're still up. Even today, you just made on a new local high on RNDR. So the crypto is still can be quite profitable if you play your cards right, let's say, and attention to detail. And speaking of attention to detail, Patreon live stream tonight. We do 2 of these a week. Links in the description below. And hopefully I'll see you there. Otherwise, I hope you have a nice weekend. Take it easy.